Yeah, we in the building. Hip Hop Boulevard. Make sure you guys start sharing. It's 73 degrees in New York City, mostly cloudy, and it's raining. We got showers today. Big shout out to all you guys that were stuck on the highway and all that stuff. It was rough in them streets. Hurricane was hardcore. But we're getting through it. Got a lot of information today, a lot to talk about. Yes, I'm a little hungover. Didn't mean to do it. It was an accident. Got my man Big Al Pizarro in the building. Gary Fax in the building. Ty Dre is on vacation as usual. This guy's exclusive. You guys get your notifications? Cool. And we got a lot to talk about today. Now it's my phone. Make sure you share. We in here. Good morning, Australia.
Sending me one?
Yeah, I'm sending a link right now. Yep, give me your time to get in the room. Just getting started. Everybody take it easy. Yeah, we're getting a sharing together.
Yep.
Yep, we're in the building now. Pizarro's in the house. Rock Logic's in the building. Gary Fax in the building. Todd Dre is on vacation from Memorial Day weekend. And once again, it's 73 degrees in New York City, mostly cloudy. Chance of showers. And by chance, you've already seen some of the showers already happening. Barbecues are canceled at the moment.
Well, I'm blasting it now, man.
Yep. Yeah, we here. Just getting the show started. Once again, we're just making sure that we're sharing it. And I'm ready to hit the button, I think.
Yeah.
Let's go to work. Once again, you're now tuned in to Hip Hop Boulevard, The Conversation with your host, Al Pizarro. Rock Logic, Ty Dre, and Gary Fax. We're in the house talking about all things hip hop. There's a couple things that I'd like to bring up, that's happening in hip hop, some big things. I'm gonna get your take on this thing. Make sure you guys share, and we are here. Let us know how you feel. After the Hip Hop Boulevard show, The Conversation, and at 4 o'clock, we got One Nighter coming on. We got a special guest. One of the residents is actually coming to do an in-studio. Big shout out to Claudia Perez for the job well done on what she did.
Great job, man.
The other day at the Washington houses on 102nd Street and 2nd Avenue. We gave out book bags and iPads and sneakers and books. Maria Davis was there, but that was actually a pretty surprise. Al Pizarro came representing Hip Hop Boulevard. He was there. Matter of fact, I can actually play something for you from that. Let me just get to it. Hold on. 2, 3, and yeah. I just want to show. Let me see. I want to show what happened that day because it was pretty dope. Let me just see if I can get it. There you go. There goes me and Al, and there you go. Yeah. We gave away free haircuts. Big shout out to Imperial Barbershop, Imperial Barbers, Imperial Cuts. And there goes me, Al, and Maria. Classic right there. Come on, you've seen this happen in real time. Word up. Yeah, we did that. We did that. And it was really a nice time. So we did that. So there's a couple of things that's happening in hip-hop that I wanted to actually bring up. And one of them, Al, is here's the question. So they have this new versus coming up, Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. And, we're all taking bets right now on who do we think is going to win the next versus. I actually did a versus in the house yesterday, and I just kind of lined up all their records to hear who's got what and so on and so forth. So I can make an educated guess and not a guess from my heart. But between Ja Rule and Fat Joe, who do you think would come out on top, Al?
Wow, so you're putting my Bronx guy. I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I think that Ja Rule got a lot to bring.
Yeah.
Okay. Lyrical content, a little more conscious with his stuff too.
Right.
Fat Joe is more of he got a lot of party records and stuff like that with his stuff.
Right.
And his stuff is joined with Remy Ma and all that.
Yeah.
So
And pun.
So if we're talking Fat Joe only his tracks,
Okay.
I will give it a Ja Rule.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. All right. But we know Joe's gonna, he's gonna bring out the arsenal. There's gonna be terror squads coming out. So what are we thinking?
He's got We the Best music behind.
Yeah, that's right. You got DJ Khaled.
You never know if he comes out with something that we haven't heard.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the verses, is it fair? Do they just do all their music? Or can they come out with something? Well, I was in the lab last night. I just came up with this.
Yes, absolutely. They can freestyle. They can act, because that's what Jadakiss did.
But see, so with the other verses, it was like artists going back and forth with their hits, right? So that's R&B, right? And even when they started it with Snoop and DMX, they were still going back and forth. But now Jadakiss kind of took it to a whole nother level. He was like, yo, like, this is New York City. This is the street. Right. And when he did the freestyle, that's what it was. Because he was like, yo, if y'all wanted to listen to, our songs, you could listen to Apple Music, right? But hip hop is the street. And when he took it to the freestyle, that's when he blew it away.
And for ladies and gentlemen, for you people that don't know, it's like, the NBA going to the Ruckers.
Exactly.
Right. That's right. That's exactly it. Yeah.
So I think Jadakiss really kind of set the bar like, yo, like, this is what it's supposed to be. Like, if it's hip hop, this is how it's supposed to be. Now, if others are going to follow, that's a different story.
Well, he opened the door, and the beautiful thing about hip hop is forever changing.
Yeah.
See, they created something, and now all of a sudden you're seeing a whole version of it coming out.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing of hip hop. But, like I said, if Fat Joe just does the Fat Joe stuff, then I give it a Ja Rule. But if he doesn't, then I got to give it to my man for the BX.
And I'm going to tell you.
Fair enough, right?
I'm going to tell you, we talked about it on the Real Discussion on Friday. And I went with Fat Joe. All right? Everybody at the table was against me. Right? I went with Fat Joe. I said, Joe, number one, has been very consistent, and he has a hit record out right now. Like every summer, Joe comes out with a hit record, right? And I said, then he's got the pun stuff, and then he's got the stuff he's done with Remy. He's got I'm All the Way Up and all those records, right? I'm like, listen, I think my man could do it. But then I went home. And I started going record for record. Even when you go record for record.
You misspoke.
Listen, I'm going to stand by my man because I'm a man of integrity. I'm going with Joe on this one. I think he's going to bring out a great performance because Joe's a performer, right? But the problem is, and here's the problem, if women buy them tickets, Joe's finished. Joe is finished.
Oh,
Because Ja Rule
he got the women's lock.
he's got the women on lock.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it happen last night. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing the music. I play a little Joe. Oh, yeah, this is nice. I play Ja Rule. Oh, that's my jam. I said, oh, shit. This is a problem. And every record was, that's my jam. I said, damn. This is a problem. So if women stack the audience, Joe's got a problem. He's got a problem. But I think he might do something, you know?
So look, Rob.
Oh, you know what's even crazier?
What?
Shit, Ja Rule wrote like 2 of Joe's hits, which is really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe did a record with Ashanti, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What to do, what's love, right? That's Ja Rule and Fat Joe. Ja Rule wrote that. You know, I'm like, oh, you're killing me right now.
So,
go ahead.
So today's topic is going to be sharing.
Okay.
And it's a deep topic because I think people really don't realize, the dynamics of sharing.
Right.
So I want to really open up the doors here, and I really want to get people to talk about it and really get in the chat room, and let's just, let's tinkle their minds a little bit with this.
Right.
So let's put in an example.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you meet, and I'm going to give you 2 examples, but I'm going to give you the first one because the first one's a yummy. All right? So you meet a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And this millionaire now is your buddy. He is your buddy. That guy is calling you up every day. Hey, we're going to go hang out. Come on, come to the yacht. Come on, I'm going to take you to Paris and all this kind of stuff. Now, you ain't rolling like that. Hey, but this is your buddy.
Right.
And you go and you say, yo, I'm thinking about doing this, blah, blah, blah. And my man said, yeah, I got you. Here's the check. Boom. You're good. You're doing your thing. You say, man, I'm thinking about doing this. And, you're rolling with this guy. Now, you got guys that hang out with you. They're your buddies. And they've been your buddies for life.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to say, yo, man, I have an idea. Can you introduce me to your boy, man? I know he blew you up, bro. What do you do?
Yeah.
I told you it was a yummy.
Yeah, that is a yummy. Because what do you do, right? You gotta vet that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You gotta vet that first. I mean, it could be your man, but everybody can't go on the journey.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'd have to vet it and see what the seriousness, that this person's coming at me with, to go, all right, you know what? I'm gonna introduce you to my connect, and he's gonna take care of you. Because at that stage in the game, if your connect, give him $500,000 and your man goes off in the la la land with the with the $500,000 and doesn't do what he says he's going to do, then you look bad, right? So I would kind of vet it first just to see. I'd kind of would just let me just see his seriousness, and then I would put him through. I'd make him jump through hoops and shit. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yo, well, why don't you get this set up? Why don't you get that set up? Why don't you get this set up? Because we need to go to this guy with things in place. Things have to be in place. So in other words, if you're not willing to invest in your own money into your idea, with at least just a setup, then why would I give you?
Yeah.
So he's saying he would share. He's not saying no.
I'm not saying no.
Okay. Go ahead, Gary.
Something like that. I had a similar issue there. I would have to make sure that my friends have this stuff in place, because when you have a relationship with a millionaire, they got their business in order, and the relationship that you have with that millionaire, if he's looking at you like, oh, we're hanging out, this, that, and you sort of created that bond, right? You obviously don't want to screw that up, but at the same time, you got your boys looking at you like, yo, they kind of want to get in, right? So you got to sort of tread lightly and be like, well, look, if this is what you want to do, here's how you have to set it up. So, so to your point of sharing, I would share, but it has to be done a certain way. Like I gotta control what's going on, because you're not going to mess up my relationship, right? Because here it is, you got a millionaire guy that's flying all over the place, and it's like, hey, Al, come here, I got you, whatever, right? Whatever. obviously you don't want that stopping. So with that being said, when your boys are seeing this, it's like, look, I can introduce you to the connect, but here, like, it got to go like this. You can't just go wild out, or else I'm gonna have to cut you off or something like that. But I'm open to share, but understand we're going to another level now. It's no more of that neighborhood homeboy shit. You understand? Like that attitude.
So you're able to share too.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed here.
I'm a share. You know, I mean, people share with me, right? They'll share, but I walk in the gate straight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like when I walk in a room, it's like I can share with Rock because I know Rock got his stuff together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I want to give his company some money, he's got a company that's in place. You know, if I want to donate to the 501(c), that's in place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm already set up in business, right? Because if you have a guy that has millions of dollars, he understands the language of business. So you got to be able to speak that same language. So
now, here go to reality.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that in hip hop, okay, people have a little something? I'm not talking about me and there, a little something, okay? So let's say they got this connect, and this connect is, he said, yo, I'll give you a little bit of money for your thing. And every time he does the thing, whatever the thing is, I'm leaving it open so people's imagination could be open. Whatever the thing is, he said, yeah, here's a little $500, here's $1,000, $2,000 for your thing, whatever.
Right.
And guys are like, yo, man, can you hook me up with your boy, man? Because, I'm doing this thing, and, I could use that. In hip-hop, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen at all. Matter of fact, the conversation will probably go like, when you ask and say, yo, let me hook you up. Oh, yeah, my man, yeah, I got you. Not a problem, man. I'm going to call you tomorrow, and I'm going to hook you up with my boy, and it's all good, bro. I'm busy right now, but tomorrow I'll give you a holler, bro.
I got you tomorrow.
I got you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll give you a holler, bro.
Yeah.
and then don't pick up.
Now, we just went from a millionaire
Yeah.
to somebody who is not in that status. And how we decide and what we do, and I see it rampant in hip hop. Okay, rampant. Why do you think that is? Because it really is. It's not a millionaire. Why do you think that is?
Wow.
I told you we were gonna go deep.
We'll go, Gary. Back to you, Gary.
Oh wow! I think it's a mentality that I guess in hip hop, it's like they want to get put on first. They want to hold it to themselves. They feel that they don't want anybody else to beat them to the punch, if you will. So I think in I think it's a mentality, right? It's an unfortunate mentality of I want to do it, and you got to go through me. And they feel that they don't want any kind of competition.
They don't want their friends to be competition to them.
Yeah, they don't want any kind of competition, and they want to feel like like they're the only one. Because at the same time, and Al and Rock, y'all both know this. You meet someone that's in the music industry, and he's at a certain level. There's some people, I'm not saying all, they act like in order for you to go to the next level, you got to go through them.
Okay, you say that, you know how long it took me to get this hookup, bro? And I'm just going to give it to you like that? How you think you are, bro? You got to wait, man. I got to see you struggle like I struggle.
But see, and that...
Am I touching home here?
Yeah, but
I've definitely heard these conversations before.
But
like, hold on, Rock. Hold on to what? Like, what are we doing? Come on, let's go to work.
But see, your relationship with that person might be different with somebody else. You know what I mean? And there's some people that, everybody really doesn't have the same struggle, right? And I understand that. But when it comes to the homeboys around the way, and this whole hip hop stuff, there's just some guys that feel like once they get put on, then it's like they want to be the first ones.
And I'm going to show you something that happened in decades that's been happening, and that relates to this in a minute.
Because I'm going to answer the question. I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
Slavery. It's slavery. That's what happened, right? Slave mentality is what's going on, right? And I know, people go, oh, they're going to rock again. But I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth of the matter is, right, slavery just, desecrated, the black community, right? And our mentality is, it's mine. We're not, it goes back to that unification thing. It goes back to that, listen, if we all get this going, we can all make money and we can all build something incredible together. Right. Because no one person can build stuff on their own. It's just not possible. There's always a team. But in hip hop, and I was there, you know what I'm saying? And, big shout out to Flash and them and Bam and the Funky Four and all them. But, they didn't go back and get us in the hood. They didn't go back and get the next generation that was under them. They didn't go back and get me and a lot of the other kids that came up. They didn't go back and get KRS-One. They didn't go back and get Ella. They tried to keep that thing into their own little clique, which is what killed them. Because there was no Little Cold Crush, right? There was no Little Fantastic. There was nothing under them and even the groups that they did have under them, they never took them to get the deal, right? They never took them to go get the record deal. Go, hey, you know what? This is the group. They're coming up under me. You know what I'm saying? Let's give them a deal, or even had enough forethought to go, if I get him a deal, this could make my career go further and make me richer or bring me more money to do that. And so we always do this mine thing and hold on to it. And I know it's a Sunday and I'm just going to say it. God is not a selfish God. So how can you be selfish people? You know what I'm saying? The whole planet is built on sharing. All of life is built on sharing. All of life is built on sharing. And I've been so many places, because I think sometimes we don't realize that we're actually chronically mentally ill, right? And I tell black people this all the time. I'm like, you know that you're mentally ill, right? And you've just been like that. Like, you're fucked up, right? But I've been so many places and I've seen different cultures and societies that they do this all day long. They live like this. You go to Italy, you can go sit down at somebody's house, just eat. Like they do this and the family sits around the table and we're all talking and chopping it up. But all over the planet is like that, and that's my thought. That's why I think it happens in hip hop. Right, because hip hop is primarily, it is a minority invention. You know what I'm saying? So, but we didn't understand how to expand on that invention. That's why I'm at with.
So let's take a couple of things and like use a reference so you can see what happened. So the guy, the DJ, and the first thing he does when he starts DJing is cover up his records so nobody will see what record he's playing.
Right.
That's right. First thing.
Yes.
Second thing, he really selects who's going to carry his crates.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
And the third thing is, you ain't getting no time on the damn turntable. I don't care how many times you carry my crate.
That is correct.
Right. That's all facts.
So all these things created the Grand with the Theodores of the world.
Jazzy J.
The Jazzy J, because they were all crate carriers.
Yes.
All right.
Red Alert.
There you go.
Sure.
So,
Flex, Funk Flex.
Flex for Chuck.
Now let's take it to the next level. You're an MC, all right, and you're hanging out in the house. You guys are there and everything, and you're spinning and all that, and you're writing and you're doing all that stuff. And all of a sudden, your boy is, a month later, 2 months later, hits a verse that you said, "Wait a minute, just right there, sucker, just 2 months
Yeah.
What the hell is this about?"
Yeah.
All right. And then 6 months later, this guy got a deal.
Right.
But you're the guy who started the whole thing and all that stuff. And we could mention Grandmaster Cash.
100%.
And people like that.
Yeah.
And all these things systematically have caused us to share less. You understand what I'm saying? Because the ramifications of them, even though they didn't know that they were sharing because they were trying to stay guarded.
Right.
But because they stayed guarded, it caused that outbreak from whatever the situation that you have. And that outbreak became bigger than you because you didn't share. So as we continue going forward, now we have a Universal Hip Hop Museum in the Bronx. We got a Hip Hop Museum in DC. I hear there's going to be a hip hop museum in Queens. And this is my point. as you continue to do what you do, and you continue to take it, imitate it, and continue to build it
And regurgitate it.
and regurgitate it, the original item, becomes less original and less important because you can go. It's like a Mickey D's,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
You go to every Mickey D's. Krispy Kreme. Remember when Krispy Kreme first came out?
Yeah.
There was a line all the way around the corner from that spot.
Yeah.
Trying to get in there. Now the Krispy Kreme's everywhere,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Now they're trying to get people to. We want you to buy our donuts now.
I just got a year subscription. Like, I got free donuts for a year. Yeah.
So this system that we kind of, and like Rock said, it's hereditary. And it continues to build. And now we have the tools and the framework and the ability to be able to make the right decisions. And we continue making the wrong decisions in this and sharing. How would you fix that, Gary?
Well,
Back to you, Gary. Here we go.
Well, I think that
Hey, what's up, Renee? See you in the building. Renee Mickens in the house.
I think that it's important for the hip hop community to do mentorship. I think if our different hip hop organizations had mentorship programs, because I mean, at some point we have to break the cycle, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think it's going to start with mentorship, and in that mentorship, given history about not only the hip hop culture but the behavior, and the psychological effects and mentality.
They're not going to mentor anything. They don't get a check.
Correct.
Dude, then we're going to listen.
I'm just putting a hole into your.
I understand
Into
what
your
you're saying.
theory.
I understand. I'm saying you asking me how I think we
Right.
can fix it, but I think there needs to be mentor. At least we could start with mentorship, right?
I mean, I personally think that if you're gonna mentor, right, and your justification for mentoring is that you get a check, then I don't think you're a very good mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Very
mentoring
true.
should be that you want to give and then you get a check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seems like that's what it should be. I mean, that's how it works for me. You know what I'm saying? When I do the things in the schools, when I teach podcasting and all this stuff, I didn't go in with the intention of getting a check. I went in with the intention of affecting the children, right? And then in turn, I got the check. You know what I'm saying? Like, it came, right?
It came afterwards.
It came afterwards because it can work like that. You know what I'm saying? If you love doing, someone sees you, they'll be like, you know what, damn, listen, here, Rock, we're going to give you this. And then it became a steady salary. It wasn't even a one-shot deal. It was a steady salary that every time I went to the school, they paid me X amount of dollars. But I wanted to mentor.
So let me tell you my analogy of this. Fear. People are scared. All these guys, all these women in hip hop, they're scared. They're scared to lose what they don't have in the first place. You don't have it, so you're scared to lose that. You're scared to give information that it took you a long time to get. And you're scared that somebody else is going to be better than you or get more than you because you gave it to them.
Yes.
It is fear that dominates their decision to not share
And paralyzes them.
and paralyzes them.
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
Punks.
I agree. Punks. And I agree. And that fear thing is powerful, right? Because it makes you make bad decisions, right?
That's right, it does.
Fear makes you make bad decisions. And you can't be afraid. You know what I mean? People say, well, why did you make Shake What Your Mama Gave You and you're from the North and it's really a Southern record? And I was like, because I can. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't afraid. Whenever, and I can only talk about my own life because I know how I live it. When my career went in the tank like it was supposed to, right? That's the natural way it goes. And DJs were calling me for drops all over the world. They would call me for drops. And I didn't charge them for drops. You want to drop? Yeah, this is, and I would do the drops. I do 100 drops in a week. And then what happened from that is then they started calling and going, hey, you want to come out here and perform? I could book you here and I'll pay you to perform. And then that kind of built it, But had I been like, nah, my drops is $100 a drop or $200 a drop, they never would have came back, and I never would have had a resurgence because then it became a resurgence. So, you can't. How can you protect something that you don't have?
But they do it all the time.
Yeah, they do it all the time. Like, you don't even got anything. What are you protecting? Like, what is the problem with taking a chance? Right? Oh, I'm gonna get jerked. Maybe not. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't, because you're not gonna get jerked every time. Everything is not they're gonna jerk you situation. But you gotta step off of the cliff and go, you know what? I gotta have some kind of faith in this situation that it's gonna work out. That's how I feel about it.
So since we identify one of the main problem with sharing is fear. Okay, so now I challenge everybody outside of this room to check your fear. Go and reevaluate yourself and say, why did I not make this decision, or why I did make this decision, and did you base it off of fear? Do you really think that not sharing is going to embody you and empower you and get you to the level you're at? Because evidence shows that sharing is going to get you quicker to where you want to go to. Because you have to understand, let's talk about the Quakers. The Quakers have a thing that they do. Let's say a couple's going to get married. They build a house for the couple. They build the house for the couple.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. The whole community
the
chips
Amish.
in.
The Amish. Yep.
They all chip in. That couple would have had to wait decades to get into a situation like that and have a house and all that. That is instantly done for them. Because they understand that it's going to take decades for them to get to that place. Now I'm going to give you a head start. So that way you're able to move further, and that helps their community build. Just like when people go and they have money laid out, inheritance for their kids. They're giving them a head start so that way he doesn't or she doesn't go through the problems or the issues to try to figure things out. That's why people go to Ivy League schools, because they give you a head start on how to make the money that,
and be around the people with the money.
And be around the people with the money.
Right.
So here's the thing. If we have Jay-Z, who's a billionaire, Will Smith, who, we got to say that it came from hip-hop.
Yeah.
All right? Dr. Dre, and people like that. And I got to give Dre credit when it came to Eminem.
Yeah.
I got to give him credit when it came to Eminem. But when are those people going to step up properly? Because they step up. I'm not saying they don't. They do things, they'll donate money over here, they'll donate money over there. I read an article that Will Smith and I think it was Jay-Z was investing money in homes for people.
Yeah.
But the catch was that they were building the homes and the people will have to pay the mortgage and all that stuff.
Right.
But there's a thing that if you give somebody, a Mercedes, all right, let's say I give you a Mercedes. A Mercedes, to do any kind of repair, is going to cost you some loot.
Absolutely.
All right. The insurance on the Mercedes is going to be more.
Exactly.
All right. The gas is premium. Okay. You can't drive. You can't use regular on a damn Mercedes.
Right. Nope.
All right. So even though you got the Benz, and even though the Benz is looking lovely and all that, have one accident, have one problem, and all that stuff. No, you can't fix the problem because you wasn't ready for the damn Mercedes. You didn't have the money. You didn't have the, none of that stuff. So why do the same thing that became what was that company, Fannie Mac or something like that?
Fannie Mae.
Fannie Mae that gave all these houses to only people
that couldn't afford them.
That couldn't afford them. And now Jay-Z and Will Smith want to do the same thing. Why don't you guys build the houses? And I'll give you an idea. Build the houses and give it to the pioneers who don't have houses. Give it to them as a token of gratitude for the status that you have right now, and then you go own the land, and they'll pay the taxes on and all that stuff.
Well, unfortunately,
Don't you do something like that?
but unfortunately, a lot of them aren't business minded like that, right? Because I mean, we have we got Jay, who's worth $1 billion.
Right.
We have Dr. Dre, his net worth is about $700 million. We have Puffy, it's about $700 million. Will is like $300 million, right? So these guys could easily come together, and even Russell, who's about $400 million.
Right.
These guys could easily come together and create an entity or a consortium, right, to be able to do stuff like that, just to do it, right? It's not even it don't even have to be a money making
And
thing.
Rock, do you think that could be a write-off for them?
Of course,
Absolutely.
exactly. Like
So they win.
they win.
Because
They win.
it's technically it's a donation.
Right,
Yeah.
they win. So it's a win-win situation.
But why
And
is
you
it
can
that?
create an entity, right?
Exactly.
You can create a
Look,
3C.
white people do it all the time.
But why is it that white people had a TV show that they were doing that for different families? They didn't they didn't care about the color of the family,
No,
or
they
the
didn't.
race or anything.
Right.
They did and we don't get that.
We don't get.
We don't get none of this stuff, Rock. We don't get none of this stuff that's all around us. And it's like you said, you went to different countries and they have their arms open to share what they have. And it's not a lot. But here, we're about the Daffy Duck syndrome.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to stop that.
Mine. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to stop that.
Yeah.
So here we are with Hip Hop Boulevard. So we share a lot of stuff.
Right.
All right, we share a lot of stuff
know,
with a lot of
I
people
know,
and all that,
yes.
and help them build whatever they need to build. So we recently got approached about another deal, and this deal, South Carolina.
Okay.
All right, and we're going with the deal. We're going with the deal. So Hip Hop Boulevard's coming out in South Carolina, people. That's your, I always say something.
Right.
That's your surprise.
Yeah.
This
Hip
week.
Hop Boulevard's gonna be in South Carolina, and when I say that, that means that we're gonna be promoting. Then you're gonna start seeing the clothing out there and all that stuff. Radio stations talking about it and all that. Okay, because we like to share.
Like this. Yeah.
Right. You didn't try to keep Hip Hop Boulevard in the Bronx.
Right. I have certain fears. I tell you about one fear right now. Time is against me. My one fear. I have more time used up than I got in front of me.
Right. Right.
It's logic.
That's right. Right.
So I try to do as much as I can
Yeah.
with the time I have.
What you got left? Yeah.
What is your fear? We got anybody in the chat room?
What are your fears in the chat room? Let me know. What am I afraid of? I don't know. I'm kind of over it. Like you go through so much in your lifetime that you're like, you know what? Here's the deal. I mean, even the death thing. Like, when I was young, I was afraid of death, and now at 54, I'm like, you know what? It kind of happens to us all. At the end of the day, it's life. Nobody gets out alive. That's the deal. So, I don't know. There's very few things I'm afraid of. I mean, I used to be definitely afraid of planes, of flying, right? Which limited my earning potential and my career. And I mean, I wouldn't fly. Like, I wouldn't fly. I didn't do any overseas Sticky in the Hood shows because I was afraid to fly during that time. I didn't start flying until I was touring with MOP. And even then, the Loud and Lays actually put me and Billy on the Queen Elizabeth, and we rode the ship to Europe. And then we had to fly back. But yeah, and then after that, I remember he came to me, he was like, so you want to stay home and be broke, or you want to go on this road and make some money? He said, for sure you're going to be broke. He said, the likelihood of you dying in a plane crash is pretty unlikely. So you'll probably come home with some money. And I was like, ugh. And then I started flying.
So sharing is part of fear. If you don't share, you're scared. And you're scared about a couple of different things. It all depends on what you're not trying to share. All right. And fear is everywhere. Okay? Fear is everywhere. My other fear is fear of failing.
That's a
Fear of
doozy.
failing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But you don't learn if you don't fail.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Part of the process.
So you got to do something. And if you fail, you just say, okay, I ain't going to do it like that anymore.
Right.
Well, look, anybody that has made it to the top didn't just make it to the top overnight.
No.
People have, successful people have gone through failures many, many times over. So, I mean, you're going to fail. It just comes with the territory, but at least you learn from your failure and you keep moving on until you get to the top.
Right? It's like football.
Yeah.
Right? Football is a game of failures, right? Each time you get tackled, you fail, right? But you fall forward, right? So you're a little closer to the goal, right? Each time you get tackled, we failed, but we're closer. Okay, and you keep failing until you get to the goal. Well, that's life, right? You're supposed to go into a business afraid, right? But don't be afraid to fail. Don't make that your thing. Just understand that you might fail. You know what I'm saying? And if you do fail, like Al said, won't do that again. You learn from the failure. You got to learn from the failure.
Yeah,
you know how many rockets they blew up before they actually got somebody in space? There was a lot of blow-ups, They didn't just get it together. And even when they got it together, they were still killing people in space. So, you learn from your mistakes.
So this brings me to this subject. Because, we started with sharing. So we now are working with the Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop.
Okay, yes.
Film company, and they're doing a documentary on the Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop. And Rock, you were interviewed for this film that's coming out. And now Hip Hop Boulevard is going to say, we are going to share access for you to be in this film if you have something to contribute about hip hop. So we're going to share this. So we're going to give you access so you get the interview.
Yeah.
All right? So I already talked to the owners of the company. And they said, Al, whatever you think is best. And I think this is best because there are some people out there that never got to say their story.
Right.
That we don't know their story. That people that didn't even understand that they were the pivotal person in somebody's life for that person to be where they're at. And it's quite a few stories.
Well, see, and
like
actually, Al, you hit on a great point. A couple years ago, I was thinking about doing a show called Hip Hop's Untold Stories, because as we all know, a lot of these superstars, major hip hop companies, they didn't get there by themselves. There's a lot of people that were behind the scenes that people don't know, right? And I think those people, their stories need to be told. A lot of artists who got put on by people that haven't been told, or people, they've been put on by people that's not known. They've been put on by people that may not be widely known in the music and entertainment industry. So I think it's important for a lot of these untold stories to really happen. Because again, Jay-Z, Puffy, Dr. Dre, all these people, these major hip hop labels, there are people that have been behind the scenes that haven't gotten their just due, and some of those people, they just want to be acknowledged. Like listen, I was a part of this. I helped make this happen.
Mm-hmm. So, and you're right. It's just. That thought that you had, that idea that you had.
Hip hop untold stories, yeah.
Now look at it unfolding with this guy doing the Sons and Daughters. Different title.
Yeah, I got it,
but same kind of concept.
Yeah.
All right. I think that with Hip Hop Boulevard, the beauty thing about it is that I have no problem sharing the things that I have. And I think that people... They don't understand that. I have many conversations with different people. Say, "But Al, why are you doing this?" And I'm like, "Why not?"
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's not a biggie to me.
Right.
Yesterday we did a back to school event with the Banana Kelly Association.
I saw the pictures.
Look, beautiful event.
Yeah.
Now they asked.
They were breakdancing out there. Is that what that was?
Let me tell you something. That Russell Cheeks knows me from the Big Pun street naming.
Right.
Because they had called me to get involved with that. And then he said, I'm working for Banana Kelly. I want you to get involved with this back to school thing. I said, okay. So we do things the Hip Hop Boulevard way.
Right.
And the Hip Hop Boulevard way is that we add hip hop into it. Simple as that.
Right.
So we said, okay, so we get a DJ. We're gonna get graffiti artists. We're gonna get b-boys, and we're gonna get a bunch of bags and all that stuff. And I talked to Curtis, and Curtis organization sent in some bags and all. I mean, some funds to buy bags and books and all that. So we're there grinding and supporting them. Right. So everybody's doing everything. Renee Minkins, Eddie Rivera, everybody's doing everything. So naturally, this is not your normal back to school giveaway.
Right.
And everybody went and goes and says,
Oh, it's your man Samuel Hawkins. What's up?
hey, there you go.
We were just talking about you.
Exactly. We just talked about
We were just talking about him.
So we're gonna get back to you, Samuel, because we definitely need it. And copy the number, Sammy, so you can call in. Definitely. So when the kids were walking in, the first thing they see is the filming of the Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop. The first thing they see.
Yeah.
Now this is the mentality. If a kid that's 5 or 6 years old sees that, they're thinking like, "Wow, is this a movie? Is this
exactly.
TV? What's good?"
Yeah,
Their mind, their
absolutely.
imagination blowing up.
Yeah.
You know, and their parents are like, "Come on, we're gonna get school bags." Says, I really didn't want to go to this, but look what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something different. And when they walk in, they see the DJ playing and everything. They go, "Oh, now we had DJ Ultimate and Backspin." And anybody heard them? You know, these are DJs that back us up along with Scratch Master, Jazzy G, and all that. We bring flavor. We don't play around. Whatever we do, we bring it. Okay, so you're gonna hear DJ mix it up, scratch it up, and all that stuff. You're gonna hear one of the best. So we don't play with that.
Word.
So they're hearing that, they're getting the bags, but then we have the graffiti artist that signs the bag for them.
Yeah.
Now, what does that do, Rock, to that bag?
It is now an NFT. It is now valuable. It is a collector's item.
That's right.
What we did, we invested already on that kid, just with the bag, right? Our thought process is simple, but how powerful hip hop is just how you use it. With that, then came the B-boys. Them kids were magnetized seeing them live right there.
Because they never seen it before.
There you go.
All right.
Kids are 6, 7, 8 years old. They're seeing it. This thing is going to the Olympics. We're putting the first thought in their head.
You're creating the
Live.
next generation. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
And this is what Hip Hop Boulevard does. We're out there in the streets, partnering up with different people and all that to use hip hop in a positive way.
You know what? And you're right, because I remember that. That's when I was, a kid. The first thing I saw was Jazzy and Bam, and I was like, I want to do that. I was inspired. So yeah, I can. And I think the fact that we're older, and we've seen the breakdancing, and we've seen the DJing, we've seen all that. We don't really realize that to a 6-year-old kid, a 7-year-old kid, that's some brand new shit going on. They're like, whoa, what is that? How's he dancing? And to see that live on the street, like we're in its true form, which is on the street, that must have been incredible.
Oh, amazing. So Samuel, call in if you can, but Samuel Hawkins is the owner of
Hawk Entertainment.
Yeah. And he's the one that's filming this Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop.
Right.
And it's incredible. Look, how things happen for Hip Hop Boulevard. It's nothing that you can explain. You can't explain it. We have a label deal. We didn't look for a label deal. We cannot explain that. All right, the merchandise thing. We didn't look to blow up the way we're blowing up. We cannot explain that. Meeting Samuel Hawkins and all that, and we got to give credit to Eddie Rivera, who's he's our street guy. And he brings in all the stuff in the street and all that. And Cool Cow, who was actually the interviewer for this. So already,
that was Cool Cow.
That was Cool Cow
with the glasses on and the red hat and the red. That was sitting next to me.
That was sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Cal was funny.
No, wait a minute. He got interviewed by who?
Yeah, I think we got to tell. We have to tell everybody that last week Sunday.
We were
Right. Hold on. Last week Sunday at the barbecue with the Universal Hip Hop Museum, Art of Rap, we shared Hip Hop Boulevard shared the booth with Hawk Entertainment.
That's right.
And we had a number of interviews that happened.
Right.
And that sort of helped solidify the relationship. Am I
No, absolutely.
Correct, Al?
Yeah, big shout out to Cal. Big shout out to Kyle. Because he didn't know who I was. And he kept looking at me like, I'm going to interview this guy. Why am I interviewing this guy? Like, he was really like beefing about it. Right? I'm sitting there going, you have no idea what you're about to get into, buddy. I'm going to take you for a ride.
And the reaction was funny. I saw it.
Yeah, I'm a wealth of information. Let's just start with that. Mm-hmm. And then we started doing it. He was like, huh? What? Word? What? And then he was just, word? He's like, yo, man, yo. So big shout out to Kyle. I know you didn't know who I was at first, but once we got it going, it was a lot of fun. He was really animated. Yeah. Really animated guy.
So look at this. These things happen because we share.
Mm-hmm.
They do not happen because we keeping everything to ourselves, because we share. And it's important that we have this message out there, because now the Hip Hop Boulevard Awards is going to be in November.
Right.
And Renee Minkins is working hard to get all this stuff situated. And for people that don't know, there's 100 voting members.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in the hip hop culture. Yep. These are the people that are voting for the 500 people that are nominated to get 40 out of the 500. That's not even 10%.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah,
because 10% of 500 is 50.
So this is the first time that this kind of setup.
I think your man's calling in. I think so. Is he in Delaware?
Yeah.
There you go. Here you go.
There we go. There we go. We're going to have Samuel Hawkins himself.
Oh, Samuel, hold on for 1 second. Let me punch you into the board, okay? Give me a minute. Let me set the wire. I didn't expect you to call, buddy. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm glad you... See, the number does work. It's real. Hold on. Just get it to the broadcaster. Samuel.
Yo, how y'all doing?
Got him.
Hey, what's up?
We got him. He's locked into the show. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm feeling really good, man. We had such a good time yesterday, and so many people came out and show much love. I mean, thank you. First of all, Hip Hop Boulevard, thank y'all. Gary, you're good looking out, man. And by the way, it was Boo Black that interviewed you. It wasn't
there
Cool
you go,
Cow.
Boo Black.
Oh, okay. Boo Black. Okay. Boo Black is a very animated individual, Samuel. That's all I'm saying. He said, I'm gonna kick the raw shit. It's gonna be raw. I was like, all right, be raw. I'm okay. He was all right. So I have a question, and I think the audience wants to know too. So what is the documentary about? What is the framework? What's going on? Like, what is it about? And where are you guys going to air it and all that stuff?
Well, it's about people that grew up. It was about people that grew up in that hip hop era,
mm-hmm.
and they really, in the beginning, like for me, I'm 54 years old, and I remember before hip hop started, it was a Motown for me. But once I got that hip hop in me, it was all over. I was a big hip hop fan, and I realized I've been living this culture, and I have a couple of stories, and I start talking to people, and other people have stories, and it was like, yeah, I like to say my stories, and that's where it came from, really. Okay,
all right. So it just kind of developed out of you just kind of kicking it with people and telling your story and realizing that you had some stories of value that need to be told, and it's just kind of. So who else have you gotten in the documentary so far?
That's the funny part, because it's so many people I can't name, with Cool Cow and you and so many people. It was really amazing. Me and my wife is having like an awesome time doing it, but it's so many. We got this poster that we made that people were signing.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at it today. Some of the stuff that some of the people said, man, really, truly blessed. It's really awesome to look at.
Right. So do you have a potential release date on when you're going to have a done date, or?
Yeah, the way we shooting now, the way we have to shoot, budget wise and everything, we're looking at something to really be ready in about 5 months. Yeah, still got to do editing, and then we got this big thing going on in November, and we're gonna be out in Atlanta shooting some people, some sons and daughter too out there, and some pioneers. We're gonna get out there and do some shooting out there. So.
Nice.
Well, no, Sam. So since you're going to be out in Atlanta, I could hook you up to interview my uncle because he was the co-founder of the Fresh Fest store. So, and he could give you a lot of the inside story with Russell and Charlie Stetler and how the Fresh Fest store came about and all of that stuff.
Wow, yeah, that would be highly appreciated.
Okay.
Stuff that I'm learning. I mean, I really thought I knew a lot of it. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And the people.
So Sam, I went and opened up the doors for you, and I said that anybody who had something to contribute to hip hop in any kind of way and all that stuff, to reach out to your company, bro. So we just put it on blast.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. You know, Kelly already looking at me like, Al gonna say something about me, and and you know how that go, Al. But no. Thank you so much. We're gonna handle. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna get as many people we can and put them in the story and do what we can, because it's going pretty well. It's really coming from a version of people, not just in the hip hop business, but the people that they feel like hip hop culture, you know, influenced them, really, you know, had an impact. Yeah.
I think this is so important because you're giving accessibility to people. You know, sometimes people watch something, they say, how come I didn't get the call? How come I didn't know about this and all that? So it's not only the very good thing that you're doing, but the way you're opening it up for people to know about it is a good thing, because a lot of these type of films is kind of hush-hush between the people they want to film,
Right,
and the director and the producers of the film.
Very clicky. Right. So is there a platform or a distributor that you have that's going to put this out when it's all said and done?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I don't have a platform right now. Looking for some ideas, but right now the main thing is just trying to
shoot it,
film, and shoot. Yep.
Yeah, Bob Lee yesterday.
Oh, you got Bob?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great guy. Bob Lee, great guy.
And last week you talking about the Violator. Oh my goodness, that interview was really awesome to me. That was a
they
good
got the
interview.
Violator last week.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
with Ali.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
Is that Kelly? Is that Kelly in the background, by the way?
And Kelly is over here eating her crab in the background.
Yeah, I hear the crabs cracking in the background. Is that what's going on? Tell her she's making me hungry right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
So tell people how they could reach you if they want to try to schedule an interview, and tell them about you. You know, tell themselves about you, about themselves.
But right now, the best way to reach me would be that Facebook Samuel Hawkins, at Facebook Samuel Hawkins, and I think the DM or hit me on that. They would see, and they would know from there. That would be # sons and daughters of hip hop. And I'm at Instagram. I got the Instagram. What's the Instagram? Yeah, my wife said we're gonna get it up. But sons and daughters, the # sons and daughters of hip hop, Facebook Samuel Hawkins, and you can reach me at that.
Well, this is gonna be moving real fast for you, man, because we're putting the blast out.
That's right.
Wow. My main concern was to get the realness coming from the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up on Hewitt Place. I say, if I'm going to do this project, I got to get the realness. When I looked for people that was real, I found Al, Hip Hop Boulevard. I found Blue Black. I found people like that. And let me tell you, that's one thing I'm so proud of, that is so real. The project is looking so real, and I love that.
Well, yeah, we don't fake the funk over here.
Not at all.
Nope.
That's why the Rock got a show called The Real Discussion, and this one's called The Conversation. We're straight to the point.
That's right. That's right. That's
Believe
right,
that.
That's right.
We are definitely about action, right? Conversation's cool, but we move and we make things happen. So that's kind of the deal.
Wow.
So Samuel, I'm about to punch out because we just hit the hour, and I'm glad you were able to tune in and kind of watch the show a little bit and actually participate in it.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it, man. Good looking out, y'all.
All right.
All right,
Word
man.
up. We'll
Peace.
talk to you soon, all right?
All right.
Samuel
Thanks.
Hawkins, yo.
Bye.
Well, look, man. Events.
Yeah. What's
Yo,
coming up?
September.
What do we got?
Look, tomorrow we got Ray Carter's event.
Where's that
All
at?
right, that's gonna be in the Bronx. You gotta go to the Facebook page to get the information. Ray Carter from the Cocos Brothers.
Okay.
All right. On the 18th, you got Tony Tone from the
Yes,
Cocos Brothers.
I know that one.
Doing his festival on Grand Concourse,
Grand Concourse, yeah.
161st Street.
I know that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the 25th, we're marching with Tony Herbert, New Yorkers Against Gun Violence. That's the 25th from Brooklyn Borough Hall to City Hall.
Oh, that's down by me.
Get ready.
I live in that area.
Get ready.
Okay.
Because we're rolling deep.
Okay.
So you're rolling across the Brooklyn Bridge?
Yep.
Nice.
Yo,
Okay.
rock.
I'll be
Over
there.
5K people.
Word.
Yo, we're rolling deep.
Coming
Okay.
out with my banner.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Tony,
Hip Hop Boulevard.
I'm coming with my One Night Your banner, okay? I'm coming with my show banner.
So,
Okay.
we got Curtis Company, Humanity Coalition. They're going to be marching with us. They're bringing a couple of organizations, I believe, from South Carolina to come in and march with us also. It's going to be, this is what's needed, people. We need to talk about this stuff. We can't ignore it. Too many people getting killed, getting hurt, all this kind of stuff. We got to stop. And the other thing is, and Rock, prayers up to your daughter, the deal.
Yeah.
For all them people. Rock got a special message for all you people that had that situation with the storm. I know he got that.
Yes, I do. And the message is this: your car's over. It's total. It's done. Just the car is totaled. If you have water damage, I'm here to tell you: do not bother fixing the car. The car will never, ever, 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 ever be the same. I had to total out my daughter's car today. She had water up into the driver's seat actually in her car. You know what I'm saying? So that car's over. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even start. The brakes were locked up. Everything. And big shout out to those people over there on Grand Central Parkway by 62nd Street. There's a garage there, and they have 430 cars that were destroyed during the storm, right? The water went up to the roof, actually. And actually, to the family, there was a lady who actually got killed, actually, that was actually in her car, and she got stuck, and she couldn't get out, and she's one of the deaths that they reported in New York City because of the hurricane. So, you guys got to understand this hurricane thing, man, it's not to be toyed with. We got to take these things a little bit seriously.
That's
I know
right.
Henry didn't do anything, but this thing, massive devastation, and Allstate and Geico, they're pulling out their hair right now.
That's right.
The tow truck guys are making a mint. The dude was like, because the tow truck came and got my daughter's car. And he said, well, I got a job this week, and I have to go and get these 430 cars out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
that's
cha-ching.
that's where this is going.
So let me say something.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could address this in one of your shows.
Hey, Linda Holmes in the house. Hey, Linda and Crystal.
So why
up?
is it that every time I drive through a certain neighborhood, it always get flooded? Okay, and don't nobody notice that to fix that damn sucker? I mean, really, come on. I'm not talking about a month. I'm talking about decades. I drive through there. Okay,
It's the same flood
I
spot.
know not to drive through there.
Yeah, it's the same
every
flood
time
spot.
it rains.
Yeah.
What is that DOT?
That is DOT.
Yo, do your job, man. What the hell's wrong with you guys? If it rains and always flood, that means you gotta fix
You gotta
it.
fix it.
So that way we have a storm, we won't have the massive damage that we have.
Exactly.
What the hell? Fire that guy. Get in somebody. Get in a woman.
Get in there. There you go. Get a woman in. Get a woman in. I
There you
concur. Al's going off, people. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. So we're back in 2 weeks, right?
Yes, we are.
And what is the date on that, Gary?
The date would be September. Give me 1 second.
And Ty Dre will be back.
Yep.
By then, we should have our
September
surprise.
19th.
Okay.
The
All right, bet.
19th. And that'll be like 5-6 days away from the march.
From the March, yeah. So it'll be a good time to have the
Man,
show.
we should do a special, man, on the march.
We should. We should actually go live.
Yeah.
And do like something, let's try to create something. You know what I'm saying? I'll see what we do with the cameras, and maybe we can, Wi-Fi the camera to something, and maybe actually do sort of like a live broadcast and have it look dope.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I would like to do that. I think that would be hot. Events, what am I doing? I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything coming up, anything special. After we finish the Washington Houses. The big thing now is the in-studio stuff that we're doing, and we're starting Maria Davis's show next Monday.
Hey, Mad Mondays.
Yeah, Mad Mondays.
with Maria Davis.
Yeah, we're starting Maria's show, Mad Mondays.
Yes.
Next Monday, and I believe the time is going to be 4:00. So we got a lot of work to do. I got to get her intro together. I got to link it to her Facebook page and all that stuff to get it going. So big shout out to Maria. Welcome Maria to the team. I guess she's always been kind of part of the team anyway. Yeah. So it's good that she's going to do her own show. She's going to talk about, the Mad Wednesday stuff, but she's also going to be talking about, obviously, because she's an AIDS activist and a community activist, a lot of things that she's doing in the community and a lot of health stuff. She's going to be talking about that. So, and then once a week, what I believe that we're going to do, because I started it this week, is we're going to review the Mad Wednesday show from the week before.
That's right.
On the show, and just kind of show the artist and show them, like I have one here that we did. I'll play, yes. Mad Mondays, yes, thank you. Yeah, there you go. That's because the water in the area in the Springfield Gardens, it's called that because they're underground springs. Interesting. So in Springfield Gardens, there's underground springs, and that's what's happening. Oh.
That's all. Let DOT fix them damn things, man. That's it.
And they know the springs. They know the springs are there.
They know.
They know.
Let me see if I can find
Gave
Maria's.
them no break.
I'll find Maria's show. Hold on. Let me see. It's Washington. So check this out. This was Mad Wednesdays, about 2 Wednesdays ago, and this is how it went down.
About a few years ago, I remember listening to you on Mad Wednesdays, and you had Jay-Z do 22 twos. Well, I got 29 twos for you. You all I need. You give everything I need.
Yeah, that was different.
I gotta get to the money. That's what we came here for. Get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Too many people want the spotlight, but when they get it, they be pretending to show everyone how to eat.
Yeah, that was Zani.
Look, if you do Mad Wednesdays, let me tell you about Maria Davis. If you do Mad Wednesdays, people gonna want you to perform at their joint, because she just don't let everybody just show up there.
Yeah,
she's not that type of person.
Yeah, she made me perform that night. She was like, yeah, call Rock to the stage. I come on stage, and then I had to perform, and it was fun. That girl, Zani, she's from Elizabeth, New Jersey. The one that was dancing and stuff, incredible. She ripped it. Her showmanship was really crazy. She had it all. She had the lyrics, she had the dance, she had everything. She was across the board. The other kid, the heavyset kid, Johnny, he was actually on the One Night show. He came on the One Night show, and then I hooked him up with Maria, and we just happened to be there the same night. I didn't even know he was even doing the show. So
look at that.
Also Rock.
We put everything together. You know what I'm saying? That's sharing.
Sharing, yeah.
Also,
yeah.
One other thing to add with that, Rock may be. It looks like he may be a co-host with Mad Wednesdays every other.
Yeah, that is correct. I'm on the schedule, y'all.
Yes, so he's on the show.
Yes.
Maria
has me hosting some nights.
So he's going to be co-hosting some nights. So Boardwalk Global Media is in the house.
Yeah. I thought that was dope. She came and we met about. Yeah, you're right. That's right. Because we had the meeting. She's like, Rock, I think it'd be a great idea if you hosted Mad Wednesdays. And I want to put you on the schedule to do that. And I was like, bet. Yeah. Sharing. You share, and then she come back, and that's what you're supposed to do. Like it's.
Look, and we got a street team now. Hip Hop Boulevard got a street team. Rock, it's all women.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, because women get it done.
Absolutely.
Women get it done. Man.
Absolutely.
Hey, Linda, come out to Mad Wednesdays. You got to come see when I'm co-hosting. When I'm hosting and co-hosting. All right.
We have one more show that's coming that's in the Boardwalk Global Media family.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Q Media Nation, independent thought, hip hop and politics. They're starting September 21st, I believe it is.
Uh-huh.
At 7 p.m.
Yep.
They used to do a show over in Japan. Then they moved to Blog Talk Radio for a couple of years. And then when they saw what I was doing with Rock, with Boardwalk Global Media, then I brought them over here.
Yeah, so we moving.
So, yeah. So now I think we got 9 shows.
Yeah.
Hey, look, everybody. This the new shirt right here.
Oh, let me put the camera on now. Hold on.
All right.
There you go. I mean, the
So
green.
the shirt, look, so the shirt that Gary got, that's called the Bronx,
Okay.
and this is called the Universal.
The Universal. I love it. There you go.
That's
So
it.
I'm gonna punch out.
All right.
Go get something to eat upstairs real quick. Come back down. 4:00. We have the One Night Show. We have a couple of residents that are actually coming in and telling their story about what's going on in their apartments. We're gonna do a live in studio /Zoom. I have to set a camera up in the other room, and we're going to just kind of zoom into this room. We're going to do that. And that's the One Night Show at 4:00 with Sandrea Coleman, Stan Morse, Mike Jones, and myself, Rock Logic. So see you guys at 4:00.
All right. Yeah.
Yo, we carry that.
Yeah, it is.